Hello and welcome, I'm Tim and this is SP Paquita. And this is Chrysalida, if you didn't know, and Lilo and Lily. Birds haven't flown away yet. Anyway, we are still in our beautiful little spot here on Sunday. Lord knows there's no shortage of beautiful people here as well. Yesterday we met a great little family that were right next to us. We helped them get in. They didn't have a bow thruster, so I got in my dinghy and helped them out. And he was Scottish and she was Dutch, had 2 kids with them, and they are in the oil patch as well, but as geologists, and then I guess they were in mergers and acquisitions for the company they both worked for, so they were doing all kinds of cool things like that. And it gave us time to meet them. They came over for dinner, and well, they came over for drinks, not dinner. And then let me move that like that. There we go. You can see a little better here. They came over for drinks, and while we were cooking our chicken, I tried to get them to stay, but they felt like they were imposing after they'd been with us all for a long time. I had a wonderful time with them. We ended up meeting them. They had us over for coffee in the morning, told us a little cool spot to go. Here's this incredible place. Look at this bottom. You can see the bottom. Oh, amazing. Everybody just hanging out, having a good time. And so, yeah, we took the dinghy this morning on a trip. We went out here, went around there, and there's a couple little bays in there that you're not allowed to anchor. And so instead of taking the sailboat in there and like doing a lap, we just went in there before all the tour boats got there and that sort of stuff. Went in there with the dinghy. That's kind of cool. And then came out. You can see where that boat's coming out right there. That's one of the tour boats. Came out and went all the way down over here. And it's like a mile and a half, no big deal. Offshore dinghy does about 15-20 knots, so we hooked her up and got in there and found a little spot to tie the dinghy up and went for a walk in the town. We were running low on charcoal and we found 2 big bags of charcoal, so we should be good for a long time now. So that's making me very happy. Then we also we put all that back in the dinghy, and we hiked up to the top of this little, we thought it was kind of a castle at the top, but I think it was just a scenic overlook. And we hiked up to the top of that and got all kinds of exercise. That was fun. Then we came back down, had a nice little, or before we did all that, we had a nice little breakfast in town. It was fun having French coffee in a French restaurant served by French people. And it was wonderful. And then we went and did our thing and got our exercise. And then Chrysalida wanted to go shopping. And being that I love her so much, I tried to keep my complaining to a minimum. So we went and she did all. I don't know how women do it. They'll go shopping all day and never buy anything. If my buddy says, "Hey, let's go to Home Depot," and I'm like, "Well, I don't need anything," I'll go there and still walk out of there with $100 worth of stuff. I don't know how it happens. But anywho, Chrysalida is checking things out. ¿Qué hace? ¿Te gusta aquí?
Me encanta.
She says she loves it here.
Todo me gusta, todo.
She loves everything, she says. But I've been looking at the weather, and you know, the guy from Scotland yesterday had a really good point. And you know what? Everything is about a mindset. That's been like that my whole life, and I don't know why I'm so easily. You know, you read all this stuff about, oh, watch out for the Mistral winds, Mistral, something like that. Every part of the Mediterranean has its own wind when they have this thermal that happens for a while. Anyway, I had read about it, and they're like, oh, you know, you better watch out. So told the guy, well, you know, we better stay here for a couple nights and see what happens. And anyway, he's like, oh yeah, you know, the sailing's not so great. But when that Mistral comes, you get really nice winds, and you know, coming out of the north, if you're going east, you'll have a nice, beautiful run. And I was thinking to myself, I've spent so much time worried about these winds that come through here. I just should have looked at it from the other angle. I've been motoring everywhere because there hasn't been enough wind. Of course, that might be the time to go. Anyway, I'll get up tomorrow. Still about 100 and some miles from Nice. And when we get to Nice, we're going to be getting close to Monaco, and I have to make contact again with the Italian shipping agent. Apparently the Monaco had its big boat week or whatever, and so hopefully that is slowly going away, so that won't be such an issue for us to try to get in there. But I need to reach out to it's Sunday today, so tomorrow one of my things to do is I'll try to email the Italian agent again and figure out a time when we can meet them to try to do this yacht in transit thing. But that's my plan. So instead of doing 100 miles over there, I figured maybe if we could get 50 miles and break it up halfway, at least once, that would be great. If we only go 30 miles and break it up, stop a couple times on the way to Nice, that's fine too. So I started looking at different anchorages, and if it's blowing out of the north, we should be good. If it's blowing out of the south, there's not a whole lot of protected areas. You have to duck in behind islands and stuff like that. But if it's blowing out of the north, you can just duck into shore as long as it's a place. They have a lot of these yellow buoys all around saying no anchoring. So I think as long as it's one of those places that isn't a no anchoring spot, and the charting has been pretty good showing you that. We'll see you tomorrow. But that's my goal. So hopefully tomorrow we'll do that. Now that we got some more charcoal, I think we're gonna have a little barbecue tonight with just I pulled out some hamburger, which would be enough for her, for Chrysalida to have a hamburger. She usually likes those veggie burgers. More hamburger for me. I also pulled out a couple chorizos because I love, in America I've never had a chorizo I really liked. They all seem to be, and the same thing in Puerto Rico. It's the same. It's what I would call a Mexican chorizo. It's okay, and I'll eat it, and I do eat it. But the Spanish chorizo is a totally different animal. Probably not the best choice of words I've ever used, but anyway, that's what that is, and it tastes wonderful. And so have that tonight as well. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I love that so many of you guys are vicariously doing this trip with us. It's fun having you along with us, and special shout out those that have bought us rounds by hitting the super thanks button. Thank you so much. You guys rule. This morning we were toasting you with our fresh pressed orange juice from here, amor, ¿dónde eres? Nice? No, it's Cassis. Cassis?
Yeah.
No, it's Cassis.
Cassis.
She says it's Cassis.
Yeah, it's Cassis.
I thought it was Cassis.
Cassis.
Cassis, she says. Well, that's where we are. It's beautiful. Hopefully get out of here in the morning. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming along with us. And thank you for supporting the channel. And special shout out to the patrons. I'll put a link in the description if that's something you want to do. No pressure. It's all cool. And you guys take care. Be safe. And as always, I'll see you on the one.